What's up, y'all, and welcome to the Aging Potheads podcast. I am your boy, Big Brother Boss, aka the Funky Monk, and in with me, as always, is the beautiful Miss Candy with an X. What's going on, girl?
Nothing, chilling. No, I'm just
I feel you. I feel
enjoying
you.
my day off.
I get it. I get it. All y'all, welcome to the show. We are here at 7 o'clock, 7-ish on a Wednesday.
Seven-ish.
On a Wednesday, y'all. And let us know in the comments where you're watching from and what you're smoking tonight. We are going to just hit it up, and we are just going to, as we always do, and we gonna blaze. Almost dropped my joint.
Right. I want to see this new Raiders lighter I got. But like Raiders haters.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm getting over a cold, so
Oh no. Little summer cold. Those are the worst.
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
Yep. And here we are, y'all. And what you smoking on tonight?
it's called Mac. And
Okay.
that's stands for Miracle Alien Cookies.
All
Okay.
right.
It is a bridge between cookies and cookies and I forgot that fast.
Alien. It's alien cookies and
Cookies and oh shit, I just read
Starfighter. Starfighter.
Starfighter?
Yeah, Starfighter.
Really? I thought it was cookies between something else. It's cookies and something else. But it's an indica. Even though it's an indica, it's a very like bold, bright, smoke.
You
I
get
do
that
enjoy
Shango?
it. No, yeah, I did get it from Shango. Um,
Yeah, that's a hybrid. Shango
yeah, it's
version
a hybrid.
is a
Yes,
very good hybrid. They push it. They always have it. So it's a
yeah,
very good strain. If you get it at Shango. Uh,
yes,
it's called Miracle Cookies at other places, but Shango calls it Mac. And it's one of
yeah. It's not a pushy. It doesn't have. It's one of the stronger ones, but it's not as strong as like like a sour diesel or something like that,
yeah.
as indicas go. But it's definitely a cool hybrid. I like it.
And I think
Um,
that version, you are right. It's a mix of Chem Dog and
Kim Dog. That's what I was trying to. Kim Dog and cookies. I could not get Kim Dog. I just read it, but Kim Dog was not. It was not clicking. But yeah, it's a mixture of Kim Dog and cookies, and it's called Miracle Alien Cookies. It's dope. It's got it's not a too tiring or too makes you feel like you stuck to the couch.
Mm-hmm.
I've been having shit to do all day. I had to get my tire replaced fucking again. I'm so sick of that. I'm tired of driving around Vegas and busting tires. Like it doesn't make any sense every new month. Every other month I gotta replace a tire.
Who the fuck is throwing nails out in the streets?
Who is it? DOT. That's
Mm-hmm.
who fucking up all the streets today. Like they it's just everywhere you go. It don't even be no shit they doing on the street. They'll just be like, I really feel like they just put those. I call it our Nevada state flower. The
The
traffic cone.
cones.
That's the new Nevada state flower because that's all
Mm-hmm.
you see around this bitch. Every time I see that, I think they purposely fucking with us with that because there's what are y'all even doing over here? Y'all not fixing nothing.
Uh-huh. What's up,
And
Tony?
y'all
Thank you
be
for
here every
joining.
year. Hey
Uh-huh.
Tony.
Yeah, and I drive. I work at night, and there is sometimes people out there. Sometimes they're not. It's a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's just bad, especially during the day. People trying to get to work, you got shit to do.
Yeah.
You got
Do you
blocked down to one lane.
do you know how much traffic that causes? Because I have to take the 15 to go to work now, which is some straight bullshit. but it's blocked off at Trop, and then y'all talking about squeezing the fucking A's theater. I mean A's stadium on the corner of where the old Days Inn Wild Wild West used to be. That corner ain't but this big, so I'm trying to figure out how y'all gonna fit that
they
right.
knock it down. They knock it down. That I mean, they have that.
All
The
that out. They have
next
to.
door.
They have to, because there's nowhere to put nothing over there. So I'm like, well, how y'all pick this spot? Y'all just wanted it all by the stadium. Y'all wanted all the arenas together.
Yeah, exactly. Now you gave it 5 blunts, and you know what? I can agree to that because I've had it, and that's a very good brand. But you know what? Why Tony here? I want to talk about Tony's titties.
Oh my God.
I went to visit Tony today, and first he acted like he didn't know who I was. And then he said, "Hold on," and then he just comes running out. Titties just a jiggling.
Oh my God.
Oh, I love Tony, y'all. I love Tony.
Now see, he didn't tell me. He didn't when I went to go visit him. He didn't show me no titties.
Oh no, he was full titties out, full. Titties.
I didn't see no titties. So yeah.
Anyway,
right,
I just want to give Tony a shout out. Shout out to Tony's titties. I am smoking tonight on Black Runts, and I know I promised you a package before, but I'm gonna tell you what happened. Okay.
What had happened was you smoked it.
No, I actually didn't smoke it because I don't smoke. I didn't smoke that one. I smoked it just once on the show. But we got 3 other weed smokers here too. So when I went to say, "Oh, let me go grab Candace a little package," I reached in. I said, "Where the fuck all the weed go?" So I already took a part of this batch out for you. So when we meet up, I'll make sure you get it.
Okay. All right.
But this is called Black Runts, and I normally don't fuck with Black Runts, but it was a good deal. And
okay. So why you don't fuck with Black Runts? Because it's an indica?
Well, I don't normally mess with Runts because it's the street brand, and it grows fast, and so I'm really like you know what I mean. But this one was pretty good. Now I'm gonna tell you, when I bought it from a friend, and it looks like shit, but this shit smokes real good. It's real smooth.
Yeah. Okay.
And it hits pretty fast. Now the indica effects, like the sleepiness and the drowsiness, that comes on pretty light at first, and then it gets you heavy, which is what I like. Because normally by the end of the high, I'm ready to just lay it out anyway. So that's why I'm smoking this now. It's kind of cool because I'm gonna lay it down after the show anyway. But it's a good smoke. Bought a lot of it, so it's real good. I don't know which farm did it, but they do have different farms that it is an indica. It has limonene in it. So one of the main terpenes in this is limonene, and the limonene will hit your head pretty fast.
Yeah.
With some of the effects, it might feel like an indica at first, but not like a sativa, not like a whole sativa. It just gets your head first, and then it hits your body. It helps you relax, and it's just like, man, I'm good with this.
Okay, definitely try it whenever I get
You will. I got you a package of it. I don't have it yet. I had it. I just had it out because I was gonna show it over there. Bunny must have put it up when she was cleaning through the show before the show. Excuse me, y'all. I'm still getting over this cold, but that's good. Which leads us to our let me pull up mine. God damn.
You didn't even pull up your
I didn't pull up my things. Shit. I gave it 4. I did give it 4. I did give it 4 blunts simply on presentation. You know what I mean? It just
looked dirty.
Yeah, it just didn't look that good. But when I smoked it, I was like, shit. So and Bunny, my girl, she smoked it. She likes it. So it's a good strain. I'll smoke it again. I'll smoke it like for bedtime, like I do most indicas. It's a bedtime thing. I did give it 4 blunts. Now, our strain of the week is the classic Bubba Kush.
Mm.
And Bubba Kush, y'all, it's good for all levels of smokers.
Mm-hmm.
It is a good indica for those who are new smokers, though. I'm gonna let you know it has some tranquilizing effects. So not only will it get rid of pain, it will sort of make you drowsy.
Okay.
So please know that when you smoke, the new smokers, those who smoked this before, y'all already know what it does. Those who are indica heads, they know what it does. It's got a real smooth, it's got a real smooth smoke on it. I
Okay.
suggest smoking it either in a pipe or out of papers. I don't recommend blunts on this one, but
Okay.
um, Bubba Kush, yeah, you want to get the pure taste of that Bubba Kush because it's nice and it's kind of fruity. But definitely, that's something y'all want to try. It hits hard. It hits hard,
Mm-hmm.
but not hard enough that beginners will be fucked up. Because I know how sometimes beginners work it out. You know what I mean? I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Tony, you just back? I thought you heard my whole speech dedicated to your titties, man.
Oh,
Yeah, you
yeah.
wasn't even here.
So Tony, you out here showing your titties to people, and I didn't get to see them when I visited.
Hmm.
So yeah.
He will.
All right.
He'll invite you back. He'll invite you
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. All the time you've been
Yeah.
trying to show them to me, I didn't even see them.
Bubba Kush, yeah. Bubba Kush is our strain of the week. Now, um, damn, Tony. He said his wife and daughter are going for the evening. Time to hire the hookers. Oh, yeah.
Kind of higher. Just, oh my
I
God!
know.
Don't you dare!
I'm not surprised. He may. I'm not even. I wouldn't even put
Listen,
it
I wouldn't
past
put
him.
past him either. I definitely wouldn't.
But y'all, this past weekend in Las Vegas was our Lovers and Friends weekend, and that is a big R&B slash rap slash throwback show here in Las Vegas. I think this
Mm-hmm.
is the second year because the first year actually got uh,
Canceled
yeah,
because of the pandemic.
due to the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a couple of things that happened. One of the things that happened like the Friday before is everybody said that Usher and Chris Brown got into it at Floyd Mayweather's roller rink. And I'm gonna let you take this one, Candy.
Okay, so yeah, Usher had thrown. Chris Brown had a birthday this past week, I believe, and it's beginning of May.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Brown and Usher have always had a decent relationship for what we all know. They always feature each other on each other's songs and stuff. Their dance styles are similar. Usher is obviously the OG, so I would assume they had like a big brother, little brother type of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what kind of makes me think that this was what this was. Chris Brown, Usher had thrown Chris Brown a birthday party at Floyd Mayweather's roller rink, and apparently they got into it, or it was some sort of tussle or some sort of misunderstanding to where there were reports of Usher possibly being injured. He got scratched in the nose or clipped in the nose. Nobody has said anything about it, from either camp. It was supposedly over Usher trying to protect Tiana Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
who wasn't there with Iman, which I thought was kind of, I've been kind of peeping that too. I haven't been seeing them together, so there's a little whisperings going around that said that Tiana and Imam aren't together anymore. So that's a whole nother key.
Yeah.
But if you guys are familiar with the beef between Tiana and Chris, back during the AMAs, he wanted to do a Michael Jackson tribute.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it was incumbent upon her performing with him.
Mm-hmm.
But at the last minute, she supposedly backed out for whatever reason. I can't remember. I don't know if he was on tour or what. But she wound up backing out, and they wound up scrapping the whole show, the whole portion of the show.
Yeah.
So I guess Chris was, Pacific Ocean salty about it.
Yeah.
And so that's what kind of led to, it's Usher's party. He's throwing it. So he invited Tiana. And, I guess Chris felt some type of way about it. And, was trying to me, the little videos that I've been seeing about it, which aren't many, are them. You kind of hear Chris talking about, man, fuck that B or something like that. And then TMZ said it was some blurry blob or her that was supposed to be her standing over there, and that's who he was directing that towards.
Yeah.
And then you see Usher kind of trying to de-escalate and go, because Usher, who fights Usher? Like who has ever thought that? How have you ever heard anything bad about Usher besides the little herpy gate, which wasn't shit. But so they said that it was some kind of scuffle, and all of Chris Brown, needs to put the coke down. Narrative started popping up. Again, neither one has said anything about it. He still performed with Usher on the stage. So it just leads me to think that maybe they, their brothers probably just got into a little scuffle. Sometimes you get a little tipsy or a little drunk or sometimes, and sometimes you get into an argument with your really close homie or something like that, or sometimes it goes overboard. I'm not, discounting what Chris did if it is that, but I don't think that it's what everybody's trying to make it, and I don't think nobody has said anything about, because Tiana Taylor calls Chris Brown her. Tiana Taylor took beef. I don't know if y'all remember. She took a lot of backlash for saying Chris Brown was her brother after the whole Rihanna thing. So she's always defended him. Y'all right there. You hit it too hard, huh?
I did.
You almost died.
Yeah, I did. Almost died.
So, she's always defended him. A lot of people got turned off to her, because of that. So, to me, it just sounds like nobody still spoke anything bad about it. They still, seems like they still very much are close with him, or, still on good terms with him. So it just sounds like maybe it just got a little scuffle or something like that. If it was that, and, it just, somebody happened to catch it, but and I hope it's that Chris Brown already has this villain, story out, and everybody always, anytime he does anything, people always, bring Rihanna back up. So, and how violent he is. So I do think he has a temper, and I do think that, he does like to fight and stuff like that. So I think that, in order for him to just not have that narrative painted about him anymore, he needs to calm down.
Exactly.
He almost 40, bro. Chris Brown ain't young no more. Chris Brown 30, 34, 35. Like
30, he's actually 33. He just turned 33.
33. Okay, but you almost up there, bro. Like you're not young anymore.
Yeah, and I agree with Tony. And I do believe it was a misunderstanding. It could have, the video was very vague, but what I heard, it was more or less like, two brothers, like, not scuffling, but, like, man, this ain't the time or the place for this.
Yeah, just relax. We got, these cameras, you already got this stigma on you, and you just, you don't think about that when you, in
the heat of clear. Usher ain't finna fight and lose his MGM money.
Yeah, no.
Right now, he ain't finna lose that MGM money. So, and supposedly he took a picture right after the thing, not a scratch, not a scuff on him. I think a lot of folks are making a lot out of nothing. If it was really a fight, if it was truly a fight,
I think we would have heard way more about it.
Yeah, and he wouldn't have been there Saturday.
And we would have had more footage of it too, because somebody definitely would have had the phone out. Like somebody definitely would have got that on camera. I believe, and it was star-studded event. It wasn't just them two there. It was, I think, some Walker was there. It was quite a few stars there. He rented it out specifically, and this is his party. He's throwing him, like,
exactly.
I just think that they're making more of it than what it was.
Yeah, and Tony said Chris Brown and Usher need to come sit down and smoke with us.
Yeah, come smoke,
Yeah,
Chris. Brisk,
so
boy.
I know Usher. I know Usher. You gotta keep your image for the MGM thing.
Yeah, we probably
Yeah,
can't get Usher. We could definitely get Chris though.
yeah, Chris. Chris, come on down and let us know what happened, man. We ain't. I ain't got
Yeah,
no ill
talk
will
to us.
towards you, Chris. Come on down. I ain't gonna even
Right.
ask you no questions about the past. I want to know what you doing now, bro.
Yeah, well, that's over with. That was how many years ago?
Yep. I just want to let you know, bro. It's neither here nor there with me because there's certain things I heard about the background of that. Not trying to down anybody or minimize anybody's trauma or pain, but some things I heard made it seem like it was just a fight that the police made look like domestic violence. But hey, anything.
Right.
And like Tony said, Tony just said, they're both brothers and they're both very talented. Uh, it's to me it was a scuffle, misunderstanding. They
Yeah.
weren't beef. It ain't no beef, and y'all, the internet loves to make beef out of nothing. Because trust me, if it would have happened here in Vegas, we would have heard it on the news. They would have shut that thing down. For those
Mhm.
who, for those who live here in Vegas, or, I mean, for those who don't live here in Vegas, Metro keeps an eye on stuff that involves rap and R&B everywhere. And then
Way
Usher,
harder than they do anything else out here. So,
so
we definitely would. And it was on the east side too. Like it was on Boulder. If they was at the one, that's the one
yeah,
that Floyd
yeah,
Mayweather
yeah.
was
Mayweather is only owns that one, the old Crystal Palace on Boulder.
on Boulder.
So
So, they Metro stay up and down Boulder. So because of the
exactly.
hoe.
So they would have stopped. They would have been over. They would have stopped the whole function. So most
Mhm.
definitely, y'all, it's a misunderstanding. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you heard because we know a lot. Vegas rumors go around Vegas quickly. So let's be clear. There is a local contingent that that don't want that will catch Chris Brown in these streets if they see him. Let's just say like that. They gonna come see him.
Yeah.
So there's a whole contingent here. I'm not saying gang members. I'm just saying there's a whole contingent of dudes who just don't like Chris Brown, and they're gonna come see him. That wasn't a threat. That's what I heard. That's the word on the curb. True or not, I couldn't tell you. So don't be all up in my email box
Right.
talking shit.
No stuff. Yeah.
I'm just saying, y'all. Now also in celebrity news, we got Robert De Niro just had his 7th baby. Robert De Niro is 79 years old.
Let me get in with Robert De Niro. Somebody, if he's still, giving bitches babies, then let me. I don't think he know who it is at this point. I think I can,
Yeah, it's number
slide in
7.
there and get a baby up out of him.
Exactly. You know how old his oldest child is?
Probably my age, older than me.
His oldest child is 51.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely older than me.
Now, could you
51.
imagine being 51 years
You
older?
got a brother 51 years older than your ass.
Yeah. Now you got to tell probably at 51 your grown kids, hey, this is your uncle.
Yeah.
Won't y'all come say hi to y'all uncle?
Right. Get out of here. Like I don't. I mean, he definitely got the means too, but that don't mean just because you got the means too. We say that about Nick Cannon all the time. Just because you got the means, and Nick Cannon bread probably ain't even as long as Robert De Niro's bread. I'm sure it's not, but just because you have the means to, don't mean just have a bunch of babies all over the fucking planet. Like
Exactly.
I like Robert De Niro. I've always loved his his character and all that, and he like the sisters. So. I've always, admired him as an actor. But, bro, you almost 80 years old. You 80 years old. Can you imagine being 80 years old as a father? Like of a newborn, like.
And that's why I had the question. You know what I mean? Because it's like, how old is too old? Because will you live long enough to see that kid, go to high school, get married? You know what I mean?
Lord willing, he lives another 20 years, but he
might get him 20 years. He might have his new son. 20
That's
years.
a big mic.
That's a big mic because at 79, that means Robert De Niro's going to be almost 100.
On borrowed time now. You 79. You on borrowed time.
So,
Robert.
once again, congratulations to Bobby De Niro. That's where it is. Much respect for that. But, that just led me to believe Wynn is too old because let's not talk about the fact you just said, yeah, he can do it. I'm glad he still can shoot. You know what I mean? And same with women that same age. I'm glad they still are sexually active. But when you have a child at that age, I'm not saying you can't care for the child. Don't get me wrong. But is that child going to have the same memories or the same chance to create those memories with their parents? You know what I mean? I can't.
Right.
You said your dad is 79 years older than you. You know what I mean? And
your dad 87 years old than you.
Now, any other person, you're gonna be out there, they're gonna think you out there with your granddad. Or even your great granddad. You know what I mean?
He old enough to be somebody's great granddad at this point. Like if it's the oldest, it's 51. I'm sure his oldest has kids, so and they're probably about in their 20s or something like that. So
exactly. So
definitely
he got great nieces and nephews now.
Right. Yeah. What's wrong with you, Robert? Like he said, I'm gonna get. I wonder how old the lady is. She got to be very young. I'm sure.
Yeah, I didn't even get into all that.
She like, I'm gonna get a baby up out of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he leaves.
Baby, I get it. Congratulations, Robert. But I mean, and that's just Robert De Niro. He has money, but let's just take somebody who may not just an average working class guy. You know what I mean? You can't. I mean, come on now.
Come on, just stop. Like, stop. Shoot it in a cup, maybe, and donate it to somebody who doesn't want to do the deed or some
exactly. And I'll be 50 in a couple of months, and I'm not even trying to think about having no children.
No, I'm kidding.
Shit, I could care less. You know what I mean? All my babies now are gonna be swallowed. I'll tell you that right now. And I'm high now, so now
if I get pregnant now, I'm going right to the lady.
Exactly.
I don't want to be 40 and pregnant. I just don't. It's a drag. It is a literal drag, and I don't want to do that. So I mean, maybe if under the circumstances have to be like perfect, because I'm not new. No, my daughter's already 13. Like I'm not trying to.
Tony said he likes the lip you're wearing tonight.
Oh, thanks, Tony. It's Fenty.
Yep. See, Fenty, I like Fenty. I love Fenty.
I love.
Yeah. Shout out to Rihanna.
That's my birthday twin, so. Yeah.
For real.
Spirit is in me.
But like I said, congratulations to De Niro, man. But hey, make sure that baby get everything. That his siblings and maybe his grand siblings got.
Right.
Most definitely, y'all. Now, also, Candy, you brought across the point one time. I mean, I know right now that we know the live action Little Mermaid is coming out.
Yes.
And everybody's happy to see Halle Bailey.
Not Halle Berry. Halle Bailey.
Halle Bailey as the Little Mermaid. But like you asked the question, should Disney keep doing it? My opinion is that for diversity, Disney will probably remake some of the stuff, showing more faces, getting more representation, doing different things. I'm here for it where it's necessary. You know what I mean?
Too. I mean, they don't have to redo everything. Yeah. But I get it.
Your classics, Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, we're always going to get different versions of that. So you kick with those live action, I'm all for it. But there's certain movies like Little Mermaid, Princess and the Frog, which here in live action is coming again. I don't think we need it. You know what I mean? Let them stay the classics because they were untouched to me. You know what I mean? But I think it's them trying to reach to a different generation. But my daughter was raised on the classics.
I would
And
too. Yeah.
um, the grandkids around here, they're raised on the classics. You know what I mean? They'll see the
Mhm.
newer versions. You know,
Right.
they'll see Brandy's Cinderella. They'll see a whole bunch of other Cinderellas and Snow White. So, you know, let's just keep the classics, y'all. Go ahead. Sorry, I took your topic and everything.
No, I agree. Keep the classics classic. Like I did grow up, in that when Disney, because Disney, people don't know, was on their last leg before they released, the animated series, starting off with the Little Mermaid, and then it went to I think Aladdin came out next, and then the Lion King. No, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and then Aladdin, and then The Lion King, and then I think they started moving into Pixar and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So those are very classic. It's like a what you call it, a canon or something like that. Of those animated Disney classics that. I get what they're doing as far as
Mhm.
trying to rebrand and trying to be a little bit more inclusive of other, but I just don't like when it feels like they're doing that. I
Of
like it
course.
to be um very organic in what they're doing. Like we didn't
Exactly.
necessarily need a Little Mermaid live action.
Hmm.
um
But
but
yeah,
I'm not mad at it, and I think
no,
Halle
I'm not.
Bailey is
Mhm.
perfect for it. She
Yeah.
has a Disney princess
Mhm.
countenance. She's very beautiful. She has such a beautiful voice and a beautiful
Yeah.
spirit. And
Exactly.
if it was gonna be anybody, I would love. I'm glad that they went with her. So, she still has this innocence about her.
Mhm.
That is very much on brand for Disney. So I think
Yes.
that it's good. I don't think they need to do any more because we already had Aladdin and we saw how that went. That was terrible.
Exactly.
And Lion King, Mulan, like all the ones that they're remaking, and I just feel like, okay, well, after y'all run out of ideas with that, then what? So,
Yeah.
but I guess, all right.
Yeah. She will make a good Little Mermaid,
Mhm.
and I don't care what color the Little Mermaid is. Um.
It could be any color, like
Exactly.
it's a cartoon, so they could make
Yeah.
a
You know,
Hindi
folks
Little
always get
Mermaid,
mad over
Mexican Little
fictional
Mermaid,
characters. They
huh?
get mad over fictional characters. You know how they are.
Yeah, like what? No, this is it's a fictional character. Like you can make her literally any race you want her to.
Yeah.
Like she could be. Mermaids aren't even real for one. Well, it
Yeah.
might be. I don't know. It might be something down there, but
Like, and if they do exist, let's be clear, y'all. It just wasn't white ones down there. You
yeah.
know, come on
It's some
now.
Mexican ones, it's some
Yeah,
native ones, it's some Japanese
exactly.
ones. Like,
Like I said, after watching Black Panther 2, I want to meet a Mexican mermaid. I'm just saying.
I mean,
That's it. Yeah, I'm just
Namor
saying.
was kind of, he wasn't too bad.
Exactly. Dad bod, all that going on. You know. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't care. It's just leave the classics. Why don't you make some new stuff? Why don't you make new classics or retellings of stories?
That's
You know
why
what I
people
mean?
don't make movies anymore, because it's just like we've seen this over and over and over again, and you guys just are adding your own little, whatever, which ain't we really didn't need. Like we don't need any of this stuff. So
Yeah.
like I would definitely go to the movies for a classic. I think
Hmm.
The new Guardians of the Galaxy is out now.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not in a rush to go see it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm kind
I'll probably catch it next week. I'll probably catch it next week.
of.
Speaking of, we're just speaking about Mexicans. We got Cinco de Mayo, y'all. We just celebrated Cinco de Mayo this past Friday, and with all this, these stories of accurate histories and things coming on, a lot of Mexican Americans came out and said we don't
We
really
don't
celebrate
celebrate
this in
no Cinco de
Mexico.
Mayo.
Yeah, except in the area where it happened. In
Mhm.
Pueblo, in Pueblo, Mexico, yeah, they celebrate it up. And other Mexicans are more like, okay, it was a cool battle. We paid homage to it. But the reality behind it, A lot of folks, especially certain folks who just come out and party, think it's the Mexican Independence Day. Those of us who live in this side of the country already know that's not true. It actually celebrates the Battle of Pueblo, where the town of Pueblo thought they were not going to win against the French troops, and they ended up winning. That's what it is. It's now a drinking holiday. Uh, but yeah, there is a history behind it, but most Mexicans don't celebrate it simply because they thought it was just a small battle. You know what I mean? Not to take away from those who live in Pueblo, Mexico, because that's the thing. That's almost like LA celebrating the Compton Towers or Watts Towers, I want to say. You know what I mean? Folks in LA might say, yeah, that's the big thing, but where I'm from in San Francisco or here in Las Vegas, it's like, okay, you know. But yes, most definitely Cinco de Mayo, not too many Mexicans celebrate it. When I was out Friday working, it was just a bunch of other folks wearing sombreros. And I'm not saying other folks meaning white this time. I mean, everybody other than Latino and Mexican was out there with their sombreros.
Well, I went to First Friday because that's where it fell on as well. And only one, I remember only one kind of little bar I heard, mariachi again. Everything else, it was just like a regular ass First Friday. It wasn't, I didn't see anything that commemorated it or anything like that, which kind of shocked me because I'm from LA and we celebrate that shit along with the Mexicans and the LA, the California Mexicans, American Mexicans.
Yes.
But so I thought there would be a little bit more, just I don't know. But I didn't see anything really. It kind of threw me a little bit because I want to be out there like this, doing with my tequila, and I just it is one of those holidays like St. Patrick's Day. The Irish like, fuck, it's a St. Patrick's Day. Like we don't celebrate it.
Exactly.
Like so.
Yeah,
but just a little history about that.
Most definitely. And before we get out of here, before we get to the other stuff, some local news here in Las Vegas. Former Raider Henry Ruggs accepts a plea deal. Now, Henry Ruggs, if y'all don't remember who he is, back in November, he had been driving down the street at 100 some odd miles an hour and hit someone else's car. The woman and her pet died in that crash, and he was arrested. And so he just recently, as today, he actually pleaded guilty to felony DUI causing death, and he pleaded guilty to that. He's expected to get between 3 and 10 years. He's being sentenced on August 9th. And also, the year and a half he served or serving on house arrest don't count. So that 3 years is going to start. That mandatory 3 years is going to start. A lot of folks are upset, and there's certain angles I could take in this. But let's be clear, y'all. DUIs here in Las Vegas, they don't take seriously. So we already know that if he gets the 3 years, y'all gonna have to take that. I'm just gonna say that. Y'all gonna have to take that, regardless of how you feel about it.
I agree. I totally agree because you killed someone at the end of the day, and it was your reckless action, your reckless driving that caused somebody to lose their life. So you better take those 3 years and shut the fuck up. Yeah. But I going back to Vegas now. Vegas, Vegas Street, they DUI is like a fix-it ticket. Like it's not. You barely go to jail. You might got to pay a little fine or something like that, but they don't even tow your car out here like that unless it's a DUI. But
or you're somewhere unsafe.
Yeah, but half these cops have DUIs. Like they don't really, and I think a lot of that has to do with the casinos because as long as you betting, you can have a drink. and that there's reasons why casinos are built the way that they're built. It's dark in there. You don't see no clocks. You lose all of the time, and you're just stuck on on a machine thinking you've been there maybe an hour. You look up and it's a whole day that went by.
Exactly.
And you've been drinking this whole time, and they're not going to stop you from drinking. So if you get out and go in your car and you don't realize how drunk you are, or you just like, I'm not that fucked up, you're going to crash and kill somebody. So
and that goes to those who smoke too,
because they would have to ban drinking in the casinos. I think
that goes to those who smoke too. Don't just think because it's weed. Don't think that. But you mentioned that the cops do it too. Remember a couple of weeks or about a month ago, that cop up here had caused that big accident up around Rainbow.
Yeah, on his Jeep on the 95. He did. He flipped his car over and caused somebody to die. It resulted in death, and the dog, I guess the dog, the person who passed, their pet was in the car. And because I remember reading about how somebody was trying to return the dog to the people who because he lost his owner in an accident, so and even the news, what's her name, there's a newscaster, what's her name, Fabian K. They caught her on the side of the road ass naked or something, sleeping in her car. Like it gets lit, people get lit out here, they're
me personally, when I was drinking, I'll leave my car parked. Back then I would get a cab home. You know what I mean? And then I'll either get a ride or a cab back to pick up the car. I always left my car places overnight. Sometimes a valet, because I'm not gonna risk it, y'all.
Yeah.
You can't, and I think in some cases you can't even be in your car asleep. And drunk.
Yeah, if the keys are in the ignition, if they catch you and you sleep in the car, even though you are trying to sleep it off and not, recognizing that you're too, plastered to drive, if they catch you with the keys in the car, I think that
they can get a DUI.
Give you a DUI for that. Just take the keys out, throw them on the floor on the other side, and lay back. And
And like I said, back to Henry Ruggs. Those who wanted him to go to jail a long time, just be happy that justice is going to be served and accept any sentence that you get. I'm not here to debate it, because I do know that certain other people might have just got probation. Just saying. But he's going to go to jail, y'all. And be comfortable. Be comfortable in that he's going to jail. Now, last but not least, or I want to say last and least, y'all, because I really didn't want to cover it, but we got one more thing, and we have yet another shooting in Texas. This time it was 8 people, and at a mall in a Dallas suburb. I can't remember the name offhand, but
I think it was in a shopping center or something.
It was a premium outlet mall, and we got 2 here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was kind of outlet or something like that.
Yeah, it was an outlet mall, and 8 people died. Many others were injured. A whole family, with the exception of a 5-year-old, was lost. And this guy had ties to MAGA and all that other shit that's going on. I'm tired, y'all. So I'm just going to say rest in paradise to all those who are involved. Hope all those who were injured have a speedy recovery. And the piece of shit that did this, I hope you die. I hope you get the crabs of 1,000 whores and die.
The crabs of 1,000 whores. I hope you get every syphilis, every piece of chlamydia, every piece of nasty gonorrhea, just every nasty HIV, all of them. I want you to get all of them simultaneously.
Exactly.
And I want you to get them from Big John after he finished making you his bitch in there. Yeah. That's what I want.
With a motherfucking Frito bag condom.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I want him to take it in the ass with the Frito bag condom.
Exactly.
All that.
Yeah, y'all. And that's where I'm at right now. let's move on to when you get high. We watching shit. I've actually been watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Run It Back season 1 on MTV. Those who don't know, MTV has taken over a couple of the VH1 reality shows because they are offering up BET to sell. So part of the BET portfolio is VH1. So they're moving a lot of their properties over to MTV. One of them is Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, which start next month on the season. So what they have now is they have the stars of all the Love and Hip Hop series coming back and watching season 1 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. They call it Run It Back. And I gave this one 4 blunts. And I gave it 4 blunts because I didn't really catch on to this Love and Hip Hop thing, till about 6 years ago. So I was already in it. Oh yeah, because the reason being is that when my girl and I first started dating, she'd always have to get off the phone, and I wanted to talk to her. So what I used to just relate with her, I started watching this shit.
Okay.
It became like my guilty pleasure. We call it Messy Monday. I don't know why MTV is not gonna keep it on Monday, because everybody knows that Messy TV comes on Monday nights. Y'all fucking up the program. But they play the old seasons with the folks who were there. Some of the folks were there, some of the folks weren't there. And it's just fun to watch their reactions, because some of them they either haven't remembered or they never saw.
Oh wow, what it looked like outside of being in the mix. That's dope.
So they're commenting on it. I personally believe what they're doing is they're setting up shit that's gonna happen during the next season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Since it is moving to MTV, I do know that there's gonna be some new cast members coming in.
Yeah,
they're gonna try to Gen Z it up or get into the internet age.
Yeah.
I gave it 4 blunts. One, because it is Messy TV. They say it's unscripted and real, but we all know how.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
But it's cool to watch everybody's reactions to shit that happened, and especially some of the some of the newer folks from Love and Hip Hop at Los Angeles, who were young at the time. So they was like they see it differently now, but then they also are reminiscing. You know what I mean? And me personally watching it, I was like, okay, that's why this person and this person is beefing now. You know what I mean? That's why this person and this person is like this. And I'm gonna tell you, excuse me, watching season 1 versus what I've seen recently, these people needed counseling long time ago.
Yeah.
People needed counseling long time ago.
I might need to rehash and see, like, oh, I forgot that's why so and so don't talk to so and so no more. Yeah, like I haven't seen it in a while. I kept watching it.
Clear though, the show, especially, I mean, I've only watched 4 episodes of it, and 2 of them feature Stevie J, and they show how Stevie J ain't shit, and it's like they got to go to this they like it. One of the shows is almost like the shit on Stevie J show.
With that little face he used to make them.
Yes.
That little rat face.
That's what happened when they were rewatching it. Like,
Stevie J.
When they were watching it, they was like, they go to meme. They go to meme. They said, they go to meme.
Like, oh, that's where it came from. Yes, that's where it came from.
That was fun to watch in itself. That was fun to watch in itself. That's why I gave it 4 stars. Now, you picked up an oldie but goodie.
I just watched it the other night too. We were sitting on the couch watching it, and I was like, "What the?" We didn't get through it, so it's gonna be a review. So it was, I think it was G.I. Joe Retaliation or something like that.
Okay, it was the second one.
Of it. Yeah, it's the second one. So I haven't seen the first. I don't know how many live action GI Joes they've done, but I guess that that's a different one or a lower budget one, but it was The Rock and what's his name? Jason.
Okay, so that's
The Rock and Tate. What's his name? The Magic Mike. You know, was in
Tatum.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was only in it the first minute.
Yeah. Well, yeah, basically. Well, see, I didn't even make it past that because I didn't know we lost him. So, it was, it was one of those buddy. Seemed like he was doing it for. It seemed like a Fast and Furious, but G.I. Joe style. You know, they just in the military. So, it I didn't. I mean, I might. The only reason why I gave it 3.5 is because, I tend to like The Rock, and I like Magic Mike too. You know, they're just. So it seemed like it was going to be a good buddy, buddy bromance kind of thing.
The first one was. I could say the first one was.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't. I mean, it was just a bunch of shoot 'em up, jump off planes.
Yeah.
That real, military machismo, like that kind of shit that, they like to do every B movie in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So,
Number
that's the reason why I gave it 3.5, because I like both The Rock and I like, what's it, Jason? What's his name?
Tatum O'Neal? Not Tatum O'Neal.
No, that's
Tatum Channing. Or
Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum. Yes. Yeah, I like both of them.
Boy name.
Yeah, see, he hasn't been in anything recently that I know of, but he
was just in Magic Mike: The Last Dance.
Yeah, but he's now he's like 49, still doing this shit. Like, and Selma Hayek was in that one. It's just like, we don't want to see that. I don't want to see them. I never was a big fan of the Magic Mike series anyway, but
I wasn't either.
Yeah, I just like him as an actor, so he's funny to me. So,
and some people had told me the show here at the Sahara is better than any other movie. So,
not at the Sahara.
Yeah, they got Magic Mike at the Sahara, y'all. Every Saturday, I take a whole bunch. They don't even go to Chippendales no more.
Damn, they don't even come to the Rio no more.
Yeah, they don't go to see Chippendales or Thunder Down Under, but they will go see Magic Mike. They talk about Magic Mike, but other people, when they go see the Chippendales, they're like, "Who want to go see a bunch of dudes?" They don't even get naked. I mean, come on now, ladies. Go.
Yeah.
Go to the mail. Go to the mail review over at Larry Flint's Hustler. I heard that.
Yeah, go on there and see what they talking about over there. I might go over there since you mentioned it because I've never been. But yeah, that's about it for that.
Now, when it comes to food, and when I got the munchies this week, and I actually was actually able to smoke before I went to go eat, we went to Fogo de Chao.
Oh, good. You liked it?
Oh man, I love Fogo de Chao. Don't get me wrong. I love Fogo de Chao.
So good.
We just call it Fogo. They call it Fogo, but it is fantastic. Service is fantastic. Food is fantastic. I mean,
you're gonna get full.
The atmosphere, you're gonna get full. Now, there's two of them here that we normally go to here in Vegas. Those who live in Vegas, they're both chains. One is Fogo de Chao. The other is Texas de Brazil. And right now, Fogo de Chao is my number one spot.
Shitting on Texas de Brazil.
Shitting on Texas de Brazil. Just shitting on. They got ribeye. They have every cut of meat. They have lamb, and their lamb chops are good. I don't like the lamb down at Texas de Brazil, but Fogo de Chao, they doing that shit. They doing this shit.
You definitely gonna get indigestion the next day because you're gonna eat every piece of. I don't even eat. I couldn't even remember half the stuff they gave me, but it just looked and smelled so good, and it tasted exactly how I thought it was gonna taste.
Yes,
and it was very delicious. It's a little on the pricey side, but you gonna. I mean, it's very good quality food for what what you're gonna pay for it.
Exactly. So I gave it 5 blunts because I'll go there and I'll eat again and again
Mm-hmm.
and again. So yeah, most definitely I would do that. I loved it there. Um, you know, I actually like the things on the salad bar. They have a caprese salad. For those who
Yeah,
don't know, for
the
you
salad bar is
uncultured
pretty good too.
swines, caprese salad is very simple. It
Yeah,
is mozzarella on a tomato with a basil leaf, pepper, and drizzle of olive oil. It
mm.
sounds simple, y'all, but when done correctly, it is the best motherfucking thing. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Some of y'all might think it's just cheese on a tomato. Nah, you got to taste it.
it's very delicious.
Yes, it is delicious. They had some good roasted artichokes there. I mean, shit, I can't.
Yeah, if you just want to eat the salad bar, I mean, it's
Yeah,
look, I think
yeah,
it costs less, but
yeah. The salad bar
you
is
know,
like the salad bar is like
yeah,
15 20
it's like
dollars.
$50, like 50 bucks, 52, for like 50, $55 just with tax or whatever.
Yeah,
And like you can really fill up on that too.
yeah.
Like if you just don't want to eat a lot of beef, but you want to try the beef, it's good.
What I like about Fogo de Chao is that I like my meat medium rare. And so there's always a guy carrying around medium rare meat. They actually have all temperatures of meat out there. Whereas
Yeah.
sometimes you got to keep asking at Texas de Brazil. Also,
Mm.
they were very attentive, but they weren't attentive to us, so they didn't really bother us a lot. But when we said, "Hey," like I was looking for the ribeye, I said, "Can I get on the bone ribeye?" And I said, he said, "Yeah." Well, how much? He said, "Well, how would you like?" I said, "Medium rare." And within about 5 6 minutes, the guy comes by the table and says, "Hey, I got ribeye."
Yeah.
You know, So yeah. Oh, you got a little fan in Tony's grandson. Tony's grandson said he keeps hitting the screen for you. So
Aw,
he's hitting the
aw,
hearts and everything. So
aw,
yeah,
thank you, son.
most
Aw.
definitely. Now, even though you couldn't remember the name of your place, you said you had a catered work lunch.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was. So we had the big wigs in the office. We had the CEO coming down around the thing, acting like he cares about what's going on there. Um, but they had the lunch catered from this fancy schmancy.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it was I don't think it was a barbecue pit. I just think that, or a smokehouse. I believe it was a restaurant that just served barbecue, but it was okay. It wasn't that bad. I gave it four blunts.
Yeah.
I ate the ribs. I like the
Mhm.
ribs were pretty good. The sauce I liked.
Mhm.
Um, they had corn. They had I think it was cheesecake. They had the only thing with the chicken. The chicken looked like a little quail meat to me, like a little baby
Uh-huh.
quail. I don't know. I couldn't
Mhm.
get with the chicken,
Yeah,
but I tasted some of it. It wasn't bad. It just looked funny to me.
I get
Um,
it.
and it wasn't bad. It wasn't that great. It just
Mhm.
tastes like restaurant barbecue to
Yes.
me.
Yes.
Um, so that's why I gave it four. But it was nice. Didn't have to pay for it. So
Mhm.
and they let us bring a bunch of it. So or take a bunch of it. So
Yeah.
um,
I've seen
yeah.
some of the videos. Yeah, I've seen some of the
Yeah.
videos. I really wish they would have had. You would think they would have their branding there, just so
Yeah,
you might
I
want to pick it
don't
up
know
at
why they
work.
didn't have the brand. I saw them when they were walking in. I was on the phone when they were walking in, and I saw them because they bring it for the day shift and the night shift, so everybody gets a fair
And
share of
I
not.
like employers like that. Don't
Yeah,
I love when employers
they
do
do
that.
that. It's not all picked, and then they let you take if there's everybody gets
Uh-huh.
they're full. They let you take a bunch of like nobody grab that, take that. Oh, you want this?
Mhm.
They not stingy at all. So I do like that, but um.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember the shirt was black and there was like some red,
Yeah.
red writing on it or orange red, looks like a little fire or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
I know I saw the letter P, but I can't remember what came
mhm.
after that. But definitely get it. The name of it either when I go back to work. And I'll have it for next show. If you guys really, really want to know, I'll do
Yeah,
that because I'm drawing a whole blank. And I remember I noted to myself, oh, I'm going to talk about this tomorrow, but I just totally spaced.
I want to know because I might want to try it in the real
Yeah,
world.
I'll get the information because nothing has their branding on it. It's like they just specifically didn't do that for a reason, which I thought was odd, but not on none of the packaging.
All right, that's cool. Most definitely, let us know. And y'all, with the summer coming, we will be doing more food reviews. That means we'll be getting out in these streets. So let us know if you live here in Vegas, or if you don't live here in Vegas and one of your favorite restaurants there has a Vegas store. Let us know, and so we can go visit it and see what it's like. We're gonna get our Keith Leon up in here, y'all.
Right?
For sure. And we're gonna start. I think we're gonna start going to a bunch of places Keith Lee said he likes.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea because he's definitely driving a business up. So
exactly. Yeah, he did one last night. I was like, man, I gotta go there. Then I thought about it. I said, now I'm gonna give it a couple of days for the Keith Lee effect to wear off a little bit. So I can get there. But definitely, y'all, let us know what you're munching on. Let us know what you think about what we talked about tonight. And before we get out of here, as always, if you are having issues, y'all, make sure you call or text 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. It's not just suicide, it's stuff in crisis. If you need something else other than that and you're not really thinking about, suicide or having a mental thing, pick up your phone here in Vegas. You can dial 211, and they got a lot of resources that could help you. Sometimes immediately. Other times they give you referrals to things like that also. So definitely use your resources, folks. And man, do want to thank you for coming and smoking with us tonight, y'all. I'm high and I feel good. We got some good things coming down the pipe for y'all.
We do.
So definitely keep hanging with us. We're gonna be out more in these streets this year, or this summer. Definitely when the damn lounges start opening up, y'all definitely gonna see us.
You're gonna see us in all of them.
Yeah. So come say hi to us. You catch us in the street. Come say hi. Those who I work with know that I'm not high at work, so don't trip.
Right.
Some people get tripped, but I don't smoke and drive. A lot of my friends will tell you that I don't smoke and drive or do anything. So we do want to thank you guys for watching us. And I done hit the wrong button. That is the beautiful Miss Candy. I am Funky Monk, aka Big Brother Boss. I want to thank all of those who watched tonight. I seen Keish, I seen Tony. There's a few other people that popped in there, but they didn't comment. But I saw you. Thank y'all for rocking with us. And as where's my damn thing? I had it right here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. That's why
over there.
Yeah, we're gonna need a producer here. But like we always say, y'all, meditate and medicate. And until next week, my friends, stay lifted. Good night.
Stay lifted. See you guys.